Daredevil Black Armour 1. I'm going to do a review on this. Why my channel is normally indie books or my own kind of progress on my own indie stories. I rel them. I sell I seldom read Marvel comics anymore. Sometimes I'll pick up like a collected edition. I got a Conan series there a while back, which I've been meaning to do a video on as well. But I've gotten into I've been picking up following a few series recently. I've been following the single issues of Declan Shalvey's Old Dog, Mark Silvestri's Batman run, um, who else? Will Sliney's book. I can't even remember the name of it. Hell to Pay. I just looking back at it there. But I've been enjoying reading single issues. I kind of said to myself I'd never do that again. I just want to kind of buy complete stories. But there's a different buzz. It was when I pulled out all my old books. There's a different vibe going through floppies compared to big kind of tick collected editions. So yeah, I'm kind of open a bit to floppies, and I've been following this guy Netho Diaz. Look at this guy's art. Um, Incredible. I think this is the first image where I got he came on my radar, pencils of some Marvel characters. Not really into the Marvel characters anymore, to be honest. Like, just feels like it's been done to death and rehashed a million times. Like, but I really did like his art. I think of another. There's a guy called Paul Willis who done inks on it. It's not as high res, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful artwork, like incredible. And I guess when I see quality art and I know this guy is just doing the pencils on the series, it kind of tells me that, we might see his art for many, many issues to come, like, and that excites me because I'm not into buying books with kind of average art that where the artist changes every one or two issues. And I do see a lot of books these days where you've got an artist who kind of maybe does digitally pencil inks and colors and they can't keep up a schedule. But with the old school stuff, like this guy seems to be banging out issues and, there's a team behind it. Sorry, let me have a look here. Like there's as proof that I bought it. JP Mayer is the inker, and then the colorist, there's Andrew Dalhouse. Like, so there's kind of a nice team there, and DJ Chichester is the writer. There's a nice team there working on this series. So I guess the good news is after reading issue 1, I am going to pick up this series for a while and see how it goes. And before I look at Netho's art, that's a Mark Bagley cover, which that's the cover I got. I'd never no, I hadn't heard that guy's name in a long time. I remember him in the 90s. I used to read some Spider-Man of his, and it was really cool. But anyway, I'm trying to speed up these videos and not kind of drag them out. The story, I'm not a Daredevil guy. I'd never really read Daredevil before. I think I've one trade paperback. I got it for the Alex Maleev art, and it's like somewhere deep in a massive arc. Like, so I never even read it. Like, so to me, this is kind of like a jumping on point, and you do get this is an incredible double page spread. You get like there's kind of a few pages of just catching you up a bit, where essentially Matt Murdock looks like he's appearing as dead, and he's got a new identity. He lives somewhere else. His red suit, he's retired because this is, I think, to reinforce the fact that Matt Murdock is dead. Maybe just in case people who know his identity also think he's dead, like, because you can see him in the story. He's gone and watching a few people that he knew in the past. Like I said, I don't really know a lot of the characters, like, so I'm kind of guessing here. I might get this wrong, like, but essentially, he's pulled out this black suit, which was kind of a black suit, a suit that was during the 90s. Yeah, I love the 90s era of comics. But and I do get a 90s vibe off this. I'm really liking the style of Neto's art and like the ink and the colors at times. Sometimes the colors are washing out the ink, certain pages, which appear as if there's like a filter on top, like a Photoshop filter on top, which I don't know if I'm a huge fan of. But like overall, the colors are pretty good. They're quite orangey. Um, Seem quite orange all the way through, like which I don't know. Don't even know why I'm saying that. I don't even know if it's a criticism or what. But essentially, the good of the story. I'll just talk about the actual issue for a minute and the writing. Like the good of the story is that I do like the new kind of setup of Matt Murdock, so it kind of helps me as a new reader to come in and kind of feel like it's a nice kind of jumping on point. And it seems like there's like this new enemy, which you get a glimpse during the story, and then on the final page you get a glimpse. So that's kind of cool, like for me, because there are like Sabretooth turns up randomly in it, and it looks like he's hired out by this new villain, like because he's told to back off during a fight with Daredevil. Like there's a page here somewhere. Where is it? These are just scans I got online. Yeah, like it's kind of what I like about it is Sabretooth gets the word to back off, but like Daredevil kind of picks up the like the communication, like so it's kind of nice. I like the way the writer's done that, and I'd say this is probably a thing that you always get in Daredevil books, is like just how insane his senses are, and like the shit that he can pick up on, like literally everything, like, and like it's like, because it's like radar, he can pick up the grooves of tires. Like there's a mention somewhere of that, and that's awesome. Like that's really cool. But yeah, so that's the good for me, was kind of like the new status quo, and it did seem packed. I guess my main criticism was there's a lot of stuff packed in here, like for a first issue, like lots of kind of guest characters, like it's like Sabretooth's there, the Kingpin is in there, and from previews it looks like Hobgoblin is in the next issue, and I seen the writer sharing a page where Spider-Man is in it. I'm like, oh fuck, Spider-Man. I don't know. Spider-Man's a cool character, but I'm done with Spider-Man. Like he's been done to that. Like there's like a million different types of Spider-Man. I just feel like that franchise has been like watered down. Like, and that's just my opinion. Like, so I don't give a shit. I don't want to see Spider-Man in this book. Like, obviously he's in there. Like, and sometimes I feel like maybe there's pressure for certain books to have all of the main characters in there. Like the fact that Sabretooth's here, fucking Wolverine's probably going to show up, and I will roll my eyes if he does. Like, I guess I would rather see some kind of new stuff created. Like there's a girl in it, and she's a psychic. Like she reads tarot cards, but she does say she has kind of powers. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I don't think she's an established character from the past, but I like those new characters being brought in, and there's a lot of street level characters in there. And I think for the story, you need that, because that should raise the stakes when the story kind of plays out, and Daredevil starts really kind of battling with this new kind of enemy, because there's leverage there, because he's like Matt Murdock he's giving like free legal advice, and he's like helping lots of different people on the street, and he ends up, this psychic girl invites him around to his house, and like I'm quite surprised about this, because I do follow the culture war in comics, and like a big criticism of Marvel Comics is that it's very kind of heavily leaning on the kind of LGBTQ kind of side of things, like, and like it's almost like the regular straight stuff, doesn't. It's almost like it's not allowed in there. So like, I don't read the Marvel books. It's just the stuff I see online. Like, but like from reading this story, like this appeals to me, because I'm not really into the whole LGBTQ kind of type stories, like the pronoun stuff and all that. It's just not my bag. Like, and it's kind of cool because Daredevil gets invited around, and like it's like she's literally, she fancies him, and like from reading the story, it looks like they kind of get it on at the end of. There's like a 3-pager, like, so he's getting kind of romantically involved with another woman, and I guess fair play to him. Like, I know I'm married and I have kids, like, but I know I would definitely if I was kind of out on my own again and my identity was dead, I'd definitely kind of go and look for some new a new lady, like, you know. Um, so like stuff like that is cool, and like to me, just the kind of the potential of all these guest characters showing up in every issue might kind of put me off a little bit. But I guess time will tell, and we'll see. But anyway, that's enough about the story. Let's just kind of drool over some of the art here, like, and like that. This is it. Like, I don't know. I part of my channel is I do like to. A lot of it is Irish indie books or kind of indie books in general, and I think this. I don't know how established this guy is, but like his artwork, Netho Diaz, like, and the ink, like, you know, from inking my own stuff, inkers need a lot of praise. JP Mayer as well, like, you know, some beautiful inking in here. Like this page, I guess the there's some really awesome page layouts. Like I love the variety here. There's just the way there's a lot of different pieces. Um, he's picking up on these transmissions, which is kind of broken into the panel borders. Beautiful. This one here, this is a pretty packed page, but some nice kind of zooming in and pulling back out. The Sabretooth one, which like that's an awesome double page spread. Not a fan. It seems like Elektra has got a white costume and a bald head now. Like I'm not having that at all. I'm not a fan. I know Elektra. I know all the classic, like some of the artwork from the classic. Like I think it was it Frank Miller kind of done the classic Elektra. I much prefer in the red with the long black hair. Like you know, she's just, in my opinion, not very attractive there. Like, not sure who this girl is up here, but like yeah, I don't. Anyway, back to the art. Yeah, just some, like, here's another really nice kind of frequency that goes right into Sabretooth's ear. Great kind of great shot of Sabretooth there, and like Daredevil like throwing his sticks off his head, and like Sabretooth kind of is told to kind of get out of there. Like I guess that sets up a nice second round between those two. I guess my only criticism of the art is, to me, it looks like when you've got these pages, I think Netho is, sorry if I'm butchering your name there, Mr. Diaz, like, but he looks like he's really into these pages. Like, you know, he's like fucking, he's got a hard on drawing these pages. Like, I know I would. And, but then when he comes to these, he's a bit like, not really into this. So kind of the more street level stuff, it looks like he's not fully not that he's not fully invested, but he's not fully kind of into drawing them. Like, look at that there. That's a beautiful page. I don't know if I have the full scan of that from online, like, but essentially when I think Netho is doing this stuff, it's awesome. But when he's doing the more street level, I don't really have any other scans, like, but a lot of the just regular pages, I think he's kind of not giving it 100%, or not that he's not giving 100%. Like, I find in my art, if I'm doing a really boring page at the outset, I kind of say to myself, right, how do I make this interesting for myself? Like, and like that, I really like the layout there. I love these long panels. I absolutely love long panels. Like, but I don't know. I think maybe he just needs to find a way to really get into those types of pages. Like, you know, like and I don't think it's an issue of, I know a lot of comic book artists don't like drawing backgrounds. Like when we come to these action shots, you know, there's some really good background stuff in there. Like, but the kind of more static pages, there's kind of like I know there's not as much energy in there, but I definitely think there's ways of making it interesting, and I didn't see that as much in those pages. But that would be my review of issue 1 of Daredevil Black Armour. I'm gonna look forward to following this along and see. Let's see how far I get on it. Like, anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up because I've probably waffled on a bit too long. And yeah, have a good one, folks.